Hi, everybody. This is Richard Hampton with Keller Williams Realty and the Talbot Greenya Group, coming to you today on Friday, April the 17th, and I'm joined by one of my team leaders, Cindy Greenya, and one of our illustrious lender friends, Tan Tunador with Atlantic Coast Mortgage. And we want to talk to you today about a really important topic right now, forbearance, and the possibility that, especially if you're in a hardship, hopefully only if you're in a hardship, you can potentially be temporarily able to not pay your mortgage. So Cindy, with that, if that wasn't too blabby, why don't you take it away?
So no, that was a great intro. Thanks so much, Richard. And so the thing that everybody needs to keep in mind is that there are options. If you are struggling and having a hard time paying your mortgage payment, or you're concerned that you will not be able to continue to make your mortgage payment, the statistic is that about 50% of all mortgages are somehow federally backed. And those federally backed mortgages are by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. If you have a Fannie Mae or a Freddie Mac insured mortgage, if you call your servicer and request a forbearance, you are able to basically put off your mortgage to the end of your loan and be able to make that payment in the future whenever you pay off your mortgage payment. So I think that it's a wonderful option to have. I love that, the National Association of Realtors has really lobbied hard in order to get this. I'm fully aware that NAR is also continuing to lobby for the other 50% of the mortgagees that are not part of this program. So I would encourage everybody to call your loan company, your mortgage servicer, to at least request it if this is something that you feel that you need. But one of the reasons why I wanted to have Tan come on and discuss this with us is that not everybody needs this option, and this is not just an opportunity to take advantage of not paying your mortgage for a month, and there are going to be consequences that come from this. So Tan, if you will just kind of discuss that a little bit, that would be great.
Sure, definitely, Cindy. Richard, thank you for having me. The forbearances. So number one, a forbearance is not forgiveness. So if somebody does enter into a forbearance agreement with their loan servicer, this isn't with Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac technically don't insure the loans. They're simply set the guidelines, and they are the largest secondary market purchasers of conventional, which is a non-government loan. A forbearance on a loan is that you're basically deferring payments for that time period. And there is not a 3 months tack it on to the end of your loan automatic setup or automatic option. This is going to be investor to investor, servicer to servicer. It's meant for people with a true hardship, meaning you can't pay your mortgage. Advice is that if you can pay your mortgage, pay it, because there are going to be consequences, some of them unknown at this point as to how it's going to affect the consumer that does take advantage of this. But if it's I need to feed my children, I can't feed my kids if I pay my mortgage, by all means, feed your children. This is meant to be something serious for people that do have a real hardship. If it's looking to, I just don't want to pay my mortgage for a couple of months because of the times, or it's going to be rough for me in the next couple of months, my advice is talk to your servicer, see if you can work something. But if it is something you don't truly need, don't do it. The Federal Housing Finance Administration has said that this is meant for hardship. It's meant for people to work with their servicer, their loan servicer, their lender, to repay the loan. Whether it's tacking it on to the end, that may be an option. It may be that after a 3-month forbearance, your loan servicer is expecting 3 months plus interest accrued to be paid in a lump sum, which that could be disastrous in and of itself. If somebody does a forbearance and still has trouble paying their mortgage, I strongly suggest that they reach out to their loan servicer to discuss a potential loan modification. There are potential credit ramifications to any of the above, and it isn't just it's on my mortgage report that I had a forbearance, or someone can tell that it was on there. It is very possible that it's going to also affect any type of consumer credit that someone that enters into a forbearance or a modification is able to get later, meaning credit cards, car loans, even homeowners insurance. So it's something I wouldn't take lightly. I've had inquiries already in the last few weeks of people asking about it, and if it's not a job loss, income reduction, etc., it's simply, hey, we heard this is available. What's the deal? What can we do? My advice has been, look, if you've suffered a true hardship, look into it, yes. But if you haven't, the ramifications could be much more serious and more long-lasting. I mean, I would hate for somebody to take advantage of something now to get a month or two, quote, free. It's not free. Nothing is ever free in life. You're paying it back later with interest, only to find out next year, wait a minute, what do you mean I can't refinance my loan? Well, you can't refinance your loan because you had a forbearance or your loan modification. Or what do you mean I can't get the 0% APR on my car purchase? I have to pay 8%. So it's something very serious to think about. It is a great opportunity for those that really need it. And unfortunately, right now, with everything going on, there are people that do need it, and that's who it's intended for. A lot of other people that are just hearing about it thinking, wow, this is a great option. I would advise against doing it. Look into it, ask questions, ask intelligent questions. Go to your trusted real estate professional, your trusted mortgage professional, and start there maybe, and talk to your loan servicer to inquire.
So, I think that's all great information. So I think that you've seen a real increase in the refinance market since since rates have been so low, and rates are still at a historical lows. It's still a great time to buy. It's still a great time to sell. We're still very short on inventory, but we are seeing less activity in the marketplace right now. So what are rates at right now?
Well, interest rates, of course, are going to vary profile to profile, meaning FICO score, down payment amount, loan type. It has been really hectic in the last few weeks. The interest rates did hit historic lows. It was March 6th, March 9th. That Friday and Monday were the low points. Mm-hmm. Then with all of everything going on with COVID and business shutdowns and unemployment and all the havoc in the financial markets, we did see rates spike up sharply for 2 weeks after that. They've since been settling down. Right now, a conforming, meaning a loan that conforms to Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac guidelines, not a government loan, good credit, a solid profile, purchase in the low threes, so fantastic. Some of the higher risk loans, low down payment, no down payment, or high dollar aren't quite that low, but they're still in the historic end of lows. I mean, you're still seeing maybe for a jumbo loan, which is a high dollar, let's say 800,000, you're still seeing low 4% range. So overall, they're really, really good. My big takeaway has been, and I'm working with a lot of people right now that are taking advantage of, is that rates are good. Inventory, yes, it's tight, but less people are looking. So if you're thinking of buying a house right now, it is really a great time to strike, because 2 months ago, you might have been competing with 5 other people for the same property. Now you might be able to walk in with a contract, and if any competition, if at all, maybe not. So the people that I've seen purchasing in the last couple of weeks have really, really come into some great situations because they haven't had to compete. Their realtor's gotten them a great contract, great scenario, and they go in and boom, good mortgage, no competition. We got the house we want, win-win.
Awesome. So if anyone is considering refinancing, purchasing, Tan Tunador with Atlantic Coast Mortgage has been a trusted professional that I've worked with for many, many years, and I would highly recommend him. If anyone is thinking about purchasing or selling, the Talbot Greenya Group would love to be your trusted real estate advisors. We're here to help. Feel free to contact us at any time, and we look forward to having a stellar spring market. We hope everyone is staying safe out there and healthy and making good decisions, and I hope that you guys are out there doing great things for your neighbors and your friends and keeping everyone positive. So we wish you a wonderful, happy weekend, and we will see you soon.